Good evening, this is Keith All. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to create a scroll to top button using WordPress and the Elementor Pro page builder. So here's an example of a scroll to top button. So once I scroll down, watch what happens on the lower right hand corner of your screen. You can see that a button gradually appears on the bottom right. And no matter where I scroll on the page, if I click it, it's going to bring me all the way back up to the page. And of course, once it's at the top of the button disappears. It gradually appears when I start scrolling down. So let's go back into the dashboard. And I already created a page with this button on it, so it's the bottom right hand corner. So let's see how I created that. Basically what I did was I created a new section by clicking on this, and then I selected a one column section, and that's what this section is right here. And what I did was I added an icon. So I'm in the Elementor Pro version page builder. And if you want to upgrade to the Pro version, just go ahead and to the description, and there's a link there to upgrade to the Elementor Pro. Anyways, once I added that new section, what I did was I went up here to open up the widgets, and basically I just selected the icon widget. I dragged it over into the section. Now, to create this, why it appears in the bottom right hand corner is, let's edit it. I went ahead, and you could create any icon that you want. Just select the icon library and select anything that you want that would represent paging up or scrolling up to the top. I just selected the chevron up arrow icon, and that's what I did there. And the link here, and I put the alignment over to the right hand side, and that's why it's on the right hand side here. Now for the link that you want it to link up to a section that you want. In this case, I wanted to go up to the very top of the website, and so I named that section Home. So in the link portion, I'm going to use the hashtag or # followed by the name of the section you want it to link to. So I scroll up here. This is the top section, which is a nav widget in the Elementor Pro version. And I went to the advanced section, and I went to the CSSID field and just typed the word home, because that's what I wanted to be called. You could call it anything that you want. Just use it as just type in something that would reference the top of your page. So let's go back to that button. Let's edit it. Let's go on to the style. And of course, what I did was I just created the primary color is the color of the icon. That's what I did. So that's what the color here is, and you can size it to whatever you want. Just watch what happens to the lower right hand corner. You can see that it increases in size. I just kept it as 30. And now let's go over to the Advanced tab. And what I did was I unlinked the padding. So what the unlink does is you can adjust the individual fields, the top, bottom, right, and left individually. If I selected linked it all together, that means once you change one value, it changes the values all of these in the same amount. So that's what I did there. And then what I did was under motion effects, I turned on scrolling effects. Now this is only part of the Elementor Pro version. So once I turned that on, I went to transparency. And what I did was I wanted to, so in other words, when I start scrolling, this button is going to fade in. So that's why I have the fade in value here. You could select anything here that you want. It's up to you. I kept the level at 10. The viewport is from 0 to 5%. So basically, once I start scrolling, it starts at 0% of the screen, meaning the viewport is basically what is visible on the screen at this portion, at this time. So once I start scrolling, it starts fading in until it gets to 5% of the viewing portion of the website, and it stays solid for the rest of the screen. So that's what that means. So let's go back here. And then the next thing that I did was, let's see, I kept that the way it is. The positioning, what I did was, I kept it as inline auto, and then I kept the position fixed, meaning that it's going to be fixed at a certain portion of your screen. In my case, I'm keeping it fixed to the horizontal orientation is going to be on the right. That's why it's on the right. That's why I selected this. And the offset means that how many pixels, since I selected pixels, how many pixels from the right do you want it to appear? So watch what happens when I adjust that. See, it moves it more over to the left. So I just want it to be 30 pixels from the right. And the vertical orientation, I want it to be at the bottom. So that's why it's at the bottom right now. So I selected the bottom for the vertical orientation. Again, the offset is going to be adjusted. How many pixels do I want this to appear from the bottom of the page? So watch what happens. Let me bump it up to 60, and you can see it just moves up. So you will have to adjust how you want this to appear on your website. So I can put it back at 30 in there. And let's see, scroll down, responsive. I didn't do anything here. So basically, those are the adjustments that I used in WordPress using the Elementor Pro version of the page builder to create the scroll to top, back to top button, whatever you want to call it. And that's how you add it to your website. So hopefully this gave you a great tutorial on how to do something like this. And remember to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on that bell notification so you always get updated when I have a new video. And also please like, share, and comment. I appreciate your support. If you have any new ideas or questions about this video, just put them in the comments below. Again, thank you for your support, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye now.